Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome back. If you have been watching my previous videos on how to win your beautiful life, if you have missed them, that's not a bother at all. You can jump onto my YouTube channel at Aroha Dean. Otherwise, you can scroll back through Facebook at Love Thy Life, and you can catch up on your videos there. So before we get into our seventh principle, I just wanted to run back through all of them, and then we've got the babies up. So if you're loving high five, we've got it on repeat in the background. So anyway, so day one we did accepting that you're always going to be judged throughout your life, and being able to move forward with that. Second day was controlling the alter ego. Yes, we all have one, and women included. It's not just a male thing. Then we went into choosing your people, choosing your peeps, your clique, who you hang out with, and making sure we're around the people that are going to help us move forward in our life. Then we went into changing to a positive mindset, and the biggest thing that for me moving forward to a positive mindset was being grateful, doing a grateful list, having your diary and just rewriting your gratefuls every day, even if it's just the smallest things, like you ate today. How grateful are you to be able to eat? Then we went into goals, huge one. If we don't have goals, we have nothing at all to aim for. And then we had work your ass off. Everything you want in life, anything worth having in life, you're going to have to work hard for. Nothing comes easy. And so we're going to start today. And as easy as this question sounds, a lot of people go through life not knowing who they are. So the big question is, who are you? How do you work? What makes you tick? And only you can answer this. So throughout our lives, when we were brought up, when we were kids, your caregivers, your parents, they would have put a lot of stuff on you, or expectations of who you should be, or burdens which they had a problem with, which they would have got from their parents, and it just gets passed on down the line. So I just want you to know now, this is the start to your life. There are no burdens to hold you down. You need to start moving forward, letting everything go, and finding out who you are. It's so crazy, but people's greatest fear is actually being themselves. And then from there, it's the fear of not being accepted as who they are. Like, I guess, for example, I went through high school and I went through so many different stages and phases of my life, from dressing in AirTech shirts and moleskins to try and fit into the farmer side of that. I wasn't a farmer, but and then went into like the heavy metal, wearing all the blacks and wearing a Pantera t-shirt and stuff like that. And I knew in my heart that was not me, but we explored it. And I'm not saying don't explore new things in that, but be yourself, be who you are, be genuine. Don't lie to yourself who you are. You don't want to pretend that you're someone else. Another one I went into was like a grungy, like wearing all the secondhand holy, like I'm not talking about good secondhand, because I love secondhand stuff, but we're talking about like a real rugged phase. And being able to live an authentic life is knowing who you are and accepting who you are. And it's a shame because so many people dodge the answer. So many people want to be, they see someone else and they want to be them. They want to have their things. They want to be accepted. It's a huge part of human nature to want that. One of the 6 human needs that Anthony Robbins goes into saying is contribution. Like, you want to be able to give, you want to be accepted, and you want to serve others. However, you need to find out who you are, because if you're giving something to someone and it's not genuine, it's not real. Like, you have to be authentic, and that's hard. This is one of the hardest things that you're going to have to do. There's no doubt about it. But I think, again, like I said with the goals, you really need to lock yourself away. You need to really get deep in yourself, to really find out. Take notes. I'm always taking notes, like, or recording. I record on my phone things that come in my head, and find out, like, who you are and how you tick. Like, another example would be how I'm motivated. I'm not motivated by someone barking at me and telling me, do this, do this, do this. And some people are. Some people love that because they love being told, right, you do this, then, and you do this. And I can't stand that. Like, I do something my way. I'm more motivated by encouragement when someone says, hey, you're doing an awesome job, keep going, or that's awesome, can you know, and give me things to achieve along the way. And that's how I work. I've found out along the way. Like, I didn't know, but you're going to find these things out once you start getting into that dark place with yourself. You're going to have to face yourself. Don't lie to yourself. It's only you. You've got nothing to prove. You don't need to be liked. Like, stop thinking, because you're not going to please everyone. Your thoughts, your views, these videos I'm doing, they're not going to please everyone. They're not going. People are going to say, oh, that's all shit, or whatever. Like, that's fine, but I'm putting out content that's worked for me, and I just wanted to share that to be able to help someone else. Not everyone's going to go, oh, that helped me, but I'm sure there's going to be one person out there that this could help and could encourage to change their lives. And then your people, once you are authentic and you are yourself, you will find people will come to you. And instead of you going out and searching, especially like on Instagram is really funny. So you get all these followers, they follow me, follow me back for a follow, and all this shit, and it's and then you go back and say, oh, so it's just a game that they play. Like, you follow them and they expect to follow back. If you don't follow back, they'll unfollow you. Like, it's the biggest bullshit game ever. So I just don't even, unless I'm really, really inspired or interested in that person on Instagram, then I'll follow them. But otherwise, I don't play this bullshit game. If people want to follow me, they can follow me. And if they take information, the information that I'm giving, that's awesome. That's fantastic. Otherwise, fuck, I'm not paying for followers. Like, who does that? Anyway, this is what you're going to have to do. And this, finding out who you are, is going to be the biggest step that you can do for yourself and then for your family. Because this is where everything comes from. This is where the growth comes from. This is where the confidence comes from. This is where you find out your self-values, your self-worth. It all comes from knowing who you are, how you react or respond to something. This is where it starts. This one I wanted to save till last because I knew it was going to be the most important, and people always watch the last one and it's stuck in their head for the last series. So who are you? If you can do this in a week, a few days, a month, a year, then you are doing amazing, because people are never asked this. They're never asked, who are you? What do you want to be? And instead of having someone in their ear going, oh, you know, you should do this, you should do that. You could do this. Why aren't you doing that? Why don't you do this? Why don't you become this person? You should be this person. Like, you need to be on your own. You need to grab your diary, your journal, and start writing down your qualities, your weaknesses, your strengths, everything about you and how you work. Get really deep, get really dark, and find out what makes you tick. If you can watch this now, this is a head start, because they don't teach this shit at school. If they taught like self-development at school, fuck, this whole world would be different. There would be so many probably entrepreneurs or business owners, because it gives you, once you know who you are, it gives you so much self-belief, and it comes down to your values, where you go in life as well. When you have your values set in front of you, you can just make decisions just like that. Like, if you are stuck, and this is where the indecisiveness comes in, if you're stuck making a decision for something, go by your values, go back to your values and find, is that contradicting my values, or is that okay? Like, does it, and it comes back to your self-worth, your values. So guys, thank you so much. I'm going to start mumbling. So thank you so much for tuning in to my 7 steps on how you can win your beautiful life. I really appreciate your feedback, comments, whether it's good or bad. I'm so open to always improving myself. So if you have anything you need to know about any of the 7 steps, I will do a rundown on them and do a blog about them as well. Otherwise, you can DM me, you can messenger me, and I think my number is on Facebook, so you can private message as well. All right, thank you so much for joining me. Really appreciate your company. Love you guys. Thank you. Bye.